Hi guys, this is Sukesh Banik and you are watching Gadgets Portal. Today, as you can see, I've got the new Samsung Galaxy Mega 5.8 phablet or smartphone with huge 5.8 inches display size, and this is a dual SIM phone as well with Samsung's own smart dual SIM functionality. That means you will get calls from the SIM 2 even when you are busy over the SIM 1. Now this box is made from 100% recycled paper and printed with soy ink. So this is a great initiative by Samsung. Now the color of this device is white, though there is a black version available. The pricing of this device is quite interesting. On the box it is 25,100, but you can get it at around 24,000 rupees or even 23,000 rupees. If you are in Kolkata, you can get this device from First Information Network in Highland Park Metropolis Mall at 23,000 rupees or lower. Just call on the number showing on the display and give our reference for the best price. Well, here is the device, a huge smartphone, and the first impression of this phone is mind-blowing for this huge display. You cannot obviously reach all the parts of the display, not even 70%, and one thing I must say, this device has got a lot of similarities with Galaxy S4. For example, the shiny diamond like cutting on the home screen bezel and the dotted or mesh design all over the body is exactly same as the premium Galaxy S4, which is the flagship model of Samsung priced at 40,000 rupees. So this device is basically a larger Galaxy S4, not like Galaxy Note 2. Here is the Galaxy Note 2, and as you can see, there is very little difference in the display size and the front look, but the overall design of the Mega is different from Note 2. Especially Samsung has got rid of the shiny bezel of Galaxy Note 2 or Galaxy Grand and placed the matte silver bezel of Galaxy S4. The overall look and the feel, the build quality of this Mega, I'll say nothing less than those premium devices from Samsung. Now let's check what are the things inside the box. Here is the manual, and it is also made from recycled paper. Here is the data cable for charging as well as data syncing, and unfortunately it is white in color, so it will get dirty very easily as the wire is made from very soft touch rubber. Here is the headphone, and it looks good. The earpieces are of in-ear type, which will provide you better sound experience, and this is a very premium quality headphone from Samsung. The 3.5mm headphone jack has got gold plating for better sound quality, and let's check the remote, and well, it is exactly same as the one you get with Galaxy Note 2. Let me show you the headphone of Galaxy Note 2, and as you can see, it is exactly same. You are getting volume control as well as the key for answering and ending calls. I have used this headphone and I'll say it is a very good headphone. There are some extra earbuds you are getting, and there is a white one also. Great. Here is the AC adapter, which is exactly same as any other Samsung device. And the last but not the least is the battery, which is a 2600 mAh battery. So for a 5.8 inches display, this battery is quite reasonable and it is very slim, and considering the specs of this phone, I'll say this will be a very good battery. Now let's get rid of these things here and let's have a quick look at the device. Let's have a quick hardware tour on this Samsung Galaxy Mega 5.8. Here is the huge 5.8 inches TFT LCD display with 960 by 540 pixels resolution with 190 ppi, which is obviously not great for a smartphone, but not bad at all. In fact, Galaxy Grand has got less ppi, but still the display of Grand doesn't look bad at all. I'll talk about this later when I turn on the display. Here is the home button, which is very small compared to the dimension of this phone, and there is a nice shiny bezel. Here are the back and menu keys hidden under the frame of the display. At the top here is the earpiece along with couple of sensors over here. This phone has got both proximity and ambient light sensors. Here is the front facing 1.9 megapixels camera with HD, that is 720p recording. And as you know, this phone has got dual SIM capability, which its big brother Galaxy Mega 6.3 is not capable of. There is no LED notification light on this Galaxy Mega 5.8. Well, on the left here is the very tiny power key, and on the right here is the volume rocker, nicely hidden under the shiny bezel. The accession of both of these keys I don't think will be very easy. With one hand, I can barely reach both of these keys with one hand, so you have to get used to this, or you have to use two hands. Here is the 3.5mm headphone jack, and I don't think there is any secondary microphone for noise cancellation. At the back here is the 8 megapixels autofocus camera with full HD recording, and visit facebook.com/gadgetsportal for the camera samples. I'll also upload them to my website gadgetsportal.in. There is an LED flash, and here is the loudspeaker. This new finish on this device is much better than the shiny finish on the Galaxy Note 2 or Galaxy Grand. At the bottom you are getting the port for charging as well as data syncing, and here is the tiny hole for the microphone. The front look of this device is very good. It is looking very simple, smart and intelligent. Samsung has maintained its same design statement on this device, and if you are okay with the design, then this is obviously a very good looking device. The build quality of this device is obviously not as good as Sony Xperia devices, but not bad at all. Here are the SIM card slots, and this phone can take only micro SIM cards, and here is the micro SD card slot which is hot swappable. Now let's install the battery and show you the user interface, which is the main selling point of Samsung devices, and beyond doubt Samsung provides the best user experience on smartphones. The good news is this phone has got a lot of similarities with Galaxy S4 in the user interface as well, so I am quite interested in showing you the user interface and obviously the display. Well, the device is ultimately ready, and with the display on, this phone is looking more beautiful. Now regarding the display, I am very happy that the display is looking not bad at all. In fact, the color reproduction of the display is excellent. There is no noticeable pixelation on the display, and if you have not used high resolution phones like Galaxy S4 or HTC One, then you will never complain about the display. Let's change the wallpaper and show you the actual capability of the display. Well, the display is looking more beautiful now, and let's set this one. Now as you can see guys, the colors are looking extremely good, very punchy, and the image is looking very smooth. I cannot see the pixels if I look from a normal distance. From a shorter distance I can obviously see the pixels, but that's negligible. The viewing angles are also okay for a TFT display, though there was a little bit fading. Let's change the wallpaper and let's set this one to compare the display with Galaxy Note 2. Note 2 has a Super AMOLED display, so the colors are looking a little bit more saturated, but the brightness of the Mega 5.8 is better than that of Galaxy Note 2. Because of the lower resolution, the icons on this Mega 5.8 are a little bit larger compared to than that of Galaxy Note 2. From this distance, both of these displays are looking almost same. Let's compare the display with Galaxy S4, and as you can see, the brightness of Mega 5.8 is much more better than this Galaxy S4, but the colors on this Galaxy S4 are very punchy, and There is no other display that is more colorful than this Galaxy S4. The viewing angles and each and everything of this Galaxy S4 is obviously better than this Mega 5.8, but if you don't put these two displays side by side, then you will never complain about the display of this Mega 5.8. Now let's have a quick software tour. Here is the lock screen with the new flare effect of Galaxy S4, and you can also get the ripple effect from the settings. You can also add multiple screens on this lock screen. Let's set that from the settings. Now if you swipe right, you will get these favorite applications and you can obviously edit it. You can also place direct camera launcher here, and if you go left, you can add more screens and also widgets. These are the widgets available for the lock screen. This music widget is very handy. You can also add Yahoo News and also Google Plus widgets. Now the good news is you can also scroll, minimize or maximize these widgets. There are also customizable shortcuts of applications here, and you can launch them just by swiping on the screen. So just imagine, if you can do so many things on the lock screen, how many things you will be able to do on the whole user interface. You can edit the lock screen and also put some custom message on the lock screen. Here is the TouchWiz home screen with 7 home panels, and there are some trip advisor and flipboard widgets preloaded on the home screen. If you swipe with 2 fingers, you can get the list of frequently used toggle switches here, and as you can see, you are getting the smart stay and also couple of other nice features like multi-window and blocking mode, power saving mode, etc. Now if you press and hold on any toggle switch, you can directly go to the specific settings. You can obviously swipe with 1 finger and you will get these sliding customizable toggle switches, and you can click here to get the previous view I have shown you. Here you can change the brightness and also set auto brightness. Here is the huge dialer, and from the options you can also turn on this one hand operation, and you can now use 1 finger to dial a contact. This is a feature of Galaxy Note 2 not available on Galaxy S4. So on this device, Samsung has put the UI of Galaxy S4 and also borrowed some features of Galaxy Note 2 to efficiently manage this huge display. You can obviously use the simple tricks of Samsung devices like swipe to call or swipe to message. This large display phone also features the innovative multi-window feature where you can actually split the display into 2 and run 2 applications simultaneously, and for a display of 5.8 inches this will be very useful. These are the applications supported by multi-window, and this S-Memo app is obviously the most handy application here. There are so many things I have to show you on this device. I am just giving an overview of the user interface. I'll show you all of this in depth in the in-depth review, so subscribe and keep in touch. If you are into this device, there are so many things on this device I have to show you. You can also check the reviews on Galaxy S4 if you want to know more about this user interface. Check the description for the link. Now you can use this device in landscape mode, which is not possible on any other smartphone from Samsung. Even Galaxy S4, Galaxy Note 2 cannot do this. Galaxy Camera and Galaxy Tab, Galaxy Note 8.0 or 10.0 can do this. As the display is very large, Samsung has decided to put this tablet feature on this Mega 5.8. Here is the brilliant TouchWiz keyboard, and as the display is very large, you cannot obviously reach all the parts of the display with one hand, so typing with 1 finger is not possible. You have to use 2 fingers, and typing with 2 fingers is feeling very good. Now you can obviously turn on the continuous input. Now let's try to write with 1 finger, and I can barely reach all the parts of the keyboard, but still it is accessible with 1 finger if you turn on the continuous input. There are hundreds of things you can do on this keyboard, and I'll show you those in the in-depth review. You can also use this floating keyboard if you want a smaller keyboard, and now you can easily access this keyboard with one finger. So Samsung has done a lot of things to optimize this large display. You can also use this handwriting mode and write with your fingers or a stylus. Let me show you the preloaded applications on this device out of the box, and as you can see, there are a lot of custom Samsung applications. You are getting free Dropbox storage, Flipboard, Samsung Group Play, and also FM radio. There are a couple of more applications here, including this S translator introduced in the Galaxy S4. You are getting S voice assistance from Samsung along with Google Now because this phone is running on Jelly Bean. This S Memo is exactly the same as you get on Galaxy S4. This is obviously not the same as the S Note on Galaxy Note 2, but this is a very good app. There are a lot of brush or pen settings, and you can do a lot of things. You can draw, you can write, and this is the best note-taking application you can find on any mobile phone. Let's check a few important settings on this device, and let me first show you the Android version, which is the latest you can find on any smartphone. It is Android 4.2.2, which is great. The kernel version is 3.0.31. Now let me show you the storage on this device, and officially it has got 8 GB, but because of this intensive TouchWiz user interface and the Android OS, you are getting 5.34 GB free, and only 5.01 GB is user accessible out of the box. So this is okay, but not very good. Let me show you the RAM on this device, and officially it is 1.5 GB, which is great. You can play all the games and applications with this RAM if the CPU and GPU can afford that. Let's kill the running applications and let's now check the RAM. Well, you are getting 700 MB of free RAM before installing any application, which is very good. You can play all the games and applications with this free RAM. Samsung has recently updated the firmware of Galaxy S4, and after that you can move your installed applications data to the external SD card. You are getting this move to SD card option on this Galaxy S4, and I hope that Samsung will update the firmware of Galaxy Mega 5.8, and after that you will be able to move the applications to the external SD card. Now friends, let's talk about the processing power of this phone. It has got a 1.4 GHz dual core processor, and the GPU is Broadcom Video Core HW. This processing power is enough for running this smartphone very smoothly, and it is better than Galaxy Grand. I want to use this device thoroughly, and I'll talk about the overall performance of this phone in the in-depth review. So do subscribe and keep in touch with Gadgets Portal. This phone is also capable of 21 Mbps HSDPA, and there is no NFC support on this device. The lower resolution display and the Broadcom GPU helped Samsung to bring down the price to only 23,000 rupees, which I'll say very good value for money. If you are looking for a large display phone, especially for watching movies, playing games, browsing the internet, then this is a very good device. This device can also work as a tablet. Well, I have come to the end of this video, and I'll make my final verdict in the in-depth review. So do subscribe and keep in touch with Gadgets Portal. You can visit my website gadgetsportal.in for the written review and also for updates on this Mega 5.8. You can catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/gadgetsportal. You can also check my exclusive Android games and applications channel at youtube.com/gadgetsportalplay. If you have any query, you can comment here, and if you have found this video helpful, you can like and also share this video with your friends. So thanks for watching guys, see you in the next video, bye bye and keep in touch.